Tibetan Chamber of Commerce enhances and benefits the business interest of the Tibetan business community and Tibetan community in general. The Chamber also aims to support the new and aspiring Tibetan entrepreneurs. To give us more information on Tibetan Chamber of Commerce, I am joined by its board member, General Secretary Tsetan Dolkar. Tsetan Dolkar, it's lovely having you here. Welcome to our show.
Thank you so much for having me.
So, Tsetan Dolkar, how did the idea of Tibetan Chamber of Commerce come up? Why do you think that it is important to have such an organization in the Tibetan community for the Tibetan entrepreneurs?
It was in the beginning of 2005 when former Kalyan Thiba Sandu Rinpoche wished to promote private-public participation, and under his guidance, ex-finance minister Lobsang Yendalai initiated the project of TCC by bringing all the Tibetan entrepreneurs and give a recognition and to explore untapped opportunities, and at the same time to bring unorganized sector into organized sector. So we don't have such kind of organization before. So Tibetan Chamber of Commerce is the first organization which brings all the Tibetan communities and to do their business within the community.
And what kind of events or programs are held by the Tibetan Chamber of Commerce?
So if you talk about the events and projects, there are so many events that we did till now. So since I have limited time, so I'll talk about the main project that we did till now. So we started this Europe tour in 2010, then followed by USA tour in 2013, and again followed by USA tour in 2016. So during this business tour, we get to interact with international communities, and we get to meet different chambers of commerce like France Chamber of Commerce, there's a Brazilian Chamber of Commerce and other Chamber of Commerce, etc. Then we have this Himalayan Trade Fair, which we did twice till now, which happens in Select City Work, which is in New Delhi. So there we take a bulk of stalls and we give these stalls to the members to promote their products. And then at the same time, we did some cultural show during that festival. And then we have this IITF, which you must have heard, India International Trade Fair, which happens in Delhi in the month of November usually. So during this fair, we make sure to book one stall each year. So we give that stalls to the members so that they can highlight their product and promote their products. So IITF is such a big fair, so where normally if you talk about one day, like visitors, it's 1.5 lakh visitors in a day, so which is a huge trade fair. Then we have this collaboration with Kanjong Bank, Kanjong Loan that we have started, so which is going on. And then upcoming projects, we have this housing loan project, which is going on and which is taken care by Doji Devasangla and Chidojila. And then we have started this we launched this business directory book. So these are the main events and projects that we did. So there are so many small projects and events that we did.
All right, so Tsetan Dolkar, right now you just spoke about the benefits the members of your organization are having and how it's advancing their business life. So can you tell me what do you mean by members and how many members are there?
So if you talk about members, we have two types of member. One is corporate member and one is individual member. So each member, they have to pay annual membership fee charges of rupees 5,000 for the corporate and 2,000 for the individual. TCC, we have started with few number of members, like we have started with 14 members and today we have around like 250 members across the India and Nepal.
So, Tsetan Dolkar, can you tell us what does it take to be a member of the organization?
The members, like those who have registered business, they can be a member of TCC. They just have to pay their annual membership fees every year. So, and they have to, at the same time, they have to renew their membership certificate, which we issue. So earlier what they do is like people, they do the business isolations. So with coming of TCC, we create platform to the members and to connect each other and to do the business within the community. So if you talk about this inter-business link between the individual members and the corporate members, lots of new members and entrepreneurs coming up. So we don't keep the actual record, but it does exist.
So the events and programs and everything that is held is actually benefiting these members.
Yes.
So if you want to be a part of these events, then you have to be a member. Otherwise,
Yes.
other Tibetan entrepreneurs, they cannot come and be a part of the event, right?
When we do the events, our main focus is for the members. But there's no hard and core rule that non-members are not allowed. They are most welcome whenever we do events. So it's open for all the Tibetans who are interested for the particular workshop, I mean.
So all the events are normally held in Delhi because the headquarters is in Delhi, right?
Yes.
So what about
Yeah,
the
so
members who
not
lives in other parts of India and Nepal? Like how do they attend the events?
so I would say not all the events happens in Delhi, but yeah, definitely most of the events which happens in New Delhi, since we have a head office in New Delhi. But we do events in Dharamsala and we do events in Nepal also. So yeah, but most of the events happens in New Delhi only.
So the COVID-19 pandemic continues to disrupt the entire sections of the society, including the business community. And Tibetan Chamber of Commerce had also held a survey on the impact of COVID-19 on the Tibetan entrepreneurs. And so can you tell us what was the outcome and what are the measures taken by your organization in this situation?
So the main aims and objective of the survey is to find out how Tibetan business got affected and what measures to be taken and what we can do for them. So these are the main objectives. So, but we got a very, I would say, we got a very cold response. Yeah. And that very time, Tibet Fund also did the same survey. So, but the response is not good. But after the survey, the main concern and the main problem that every member and every entrepreneur face is the financial problems, which is obvious. So, being a welfare society, Tibetan Chamber of Commerce, we can't help them directly, but we are ready to act the bridge between the government and the entrepreneurs. So, and whatever way possible, we will forward the message to the government and then act accordingly. That's what we can do.
All right. So, Tsetan Dolkar, we don't know when the pandemic is going to end. Time and again, we are keeping on experiencing lockdowns, which in turn is affecting our day-to-day works of life. So, Tsetan Dolkar, you are one of the board members of Tibetan Chamber of Commerce, which is actually an organization that helps to enhance the mindset of the Tibetan entrepreneurs and advance in their business life. So, what sort of advice do you have for the Tibetan entrepreneurs regarding the reopening of their business in general?
During the pandemic, it's not only TCC organization which faced problem. It's almost every business sector across the world. But the main concern is, like, if you talk about like Tibetan community, those who face losses with business, I mean, they should definitely come up and speak so that we can be a bridge between the government and the entrepreneurs, as I told you before, and then we can find out some solution and then act accordingly, whatever way possible. My advice is the best is yet to come, and we have to work really hard as a community so that we can hope. So as their saying goes, like every sunset, there's a sunshine. So thank you so much.
Tsetan Dolkar, thank you so much for speaking to us. It is actually really nice to know that even in a Tibetan community, we have such organization that helps advance the Tibetan business society. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much. I need to add a few points in the conclusion, like Department of Finance, Department of Home, they have been very helpful throughout the year, Chamber's journey. And I would request the Department of Finance to come up with some packages and relief fund for the Tibetan entrepreneurs who are badly affected by a pandemic. Or I want to thank all the members all the organizations, particular departments for their help and support to Tibetan Chamber of Commerce throughout the year. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next episode of In Conversation with Tibet TV.